Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Dominaria draft here on the channel. Before I dive in, I want to remind you that if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more content, and comment below with your questions, thoughts, and feedback. I had a lot of fun playing Dominaria last time, so I wanted to make another draft video for the set. Kind of a little bit of a personal splurge, if you will. But yeah, this is a really interesting pack because it has so many good cards to consider. Helm of the Host is an absolute bomb. It is interesting because Dominaria is faster than it was when it was first out because this is Premier Draft, so there's a hand smoother and all sorts of things like that. Helm of the Host was just like an unreal bomb, though. In the commons is one of the best commons in the set. Skittering Surveyor, kind of like a hidden gem, just really opened up splashes and just gave you something great to do on turn 3. Pretty much every deck wanted these. And then Eldritch Reborn is also a great uncommon. I'm still going to follow my gut, go with the Helm of the Host. This card is fantastic, and it would be great to show it off. But in the weird Premier Draft meta that is different from normal Dominaria, Skittering Surveyor and Eldritch Reborn are maybe a little more appealing in some spots. I think Skittering Surveyor is more appealing because it's colorless, but yeah, we're going to take Helm. Wow, and then immediately we see Tatyova. This is an excellent card, just premier uncommon. Urza's Ruinous Blast is sometimes hard to enable, and not really a card you want to be taking that early because the fact that it's a legendary sorcery is very significant. The only other card in consideration in this pack for me is the Sapperling Migration. I think it's a good deal better than Deathbloom Thallid. But Migration is quite good. Tatyova is just a beating, though. If you're totally willing to splash this, and if you do get it into play, you just win the game if they don't kill it. So this card is excellent. Definitely worth a pickup here. Okay. Just because we have the Tatyova does not mean we're going to force blue-green. We can totally splash that in black-green or blue-black or things of that nature. We have Memorial of Folly as an option, just a very nice land. We see Run Amok, one of the more aggressive cards in the set. You kind of need these if you want to be aggressive, but that's not really where I like to be. Crozen Druid is a very solid card, very replaceable. And then Oath of Teferi is not really that good in limited. Mostly here between Memorial to Folly and Crozen Druid, there is Dauntless Bodyguard as a card, but that's never one that's been impressive to me. It's like a good card, don't get me wrong. It was good and constructed in those mono white aggro decks, but I never really felt like that was where I wanted to be in Dominaria. I'm going to take Memorial to Folly. It's just nice to have access to, especially if you end up in a grindy like black-green deck. Okay. Sentinel of the Pearl Trident, interesting uncommon, not really a card that I'd take super highly, just because it's kind of expensive and like it's good with like protecting a Tatyova or something, but it's also very clunky and expensive to do that. Here I like Vodalian Arcanist. It just fits a lot of the themes I like to play around, and it's in the same colors as Tatyova. Follow the Thran, not really a playable card, though it is pretty funny with Tatyova. That is something that is, yeah, you just draw a bunch of cards. But yeah, we're not going to be casting Follow the Thran. The card just doesn't do what you need it to do for 6 mana. Especially because they're getting back lands at the same rate as you. It's just not where you want to be. So yeah, we're going to take Vodalian Arcanist. Kind of an underrated card in the format, I think. And one that I'm not happy taking. Okay, now there's Windgrace Acolyte. There's also Caligos Skin Witch. We're seeing some white cards, but there's just so few good white cards that I don't mind just like avoiding like the random like okay ones. Like this one's medium. Not really even that good. Calico Skinwitch versus Acolyte. I think Acolyte's worse. We already have a lot of expensive cards. This counts as an expensive card because the equip is so high. And we already have Memorial to Folly. We could totally just be setting up for a blue-black deck splashing green for Tatyova. And Calico Skinwitch is just a nice little 2-drop that also can be a late-game card. Okay, there is Sylvan Awakening. There's Homerid Explorer. Homerid Explorer is kind of cute because sometimes you want to mill yourself to enable synergies, and sometimes you just want to mill your opponent. We're not going to be playing the Sylvan Awakening Dream. That card is just not particularly great. Befuddle is okay, but I think I'd rather just take the Homerid Explorer here. Works with Memorial to Folly. You can mill yourself. Ooh, another Memorial to Folly. Flame of Killed. We're seeing a lot of like these red cards. If you just look at the cards, though, this card's not particularly good. This card's not very good. This card's not playable, really. So I'm just happy getting another Memorial to Folly. Here, it's between Arcane Flight and Guardians of Coil. This looks like nobody really wants to draft aggro. Late run them. I don't really have the setup to draft it. I could have maybe like audible, but I had a pretty good control start, so I was fine going a controlling route. The reason I would take Arcane Flight is because Arcane Flight is good if I get a Cold Water Snapper. That can be a win condition, the Cold Water Snapper Arcane Flight combo. But Guardians of Coilos can also do good work with like certain cards. It's close, but I think I'd rather just take the Guardians of Coilos because I don't even have a Cold Water Snapper right now. Okay. Now I'll take... it's between... I think I'm just going to take Syncopate over Windgrace Acolyte. Windgrace Acolyte can be good. Having some Self-Mill can be good. I already have this Homeward Explorer. And Life Gain is nice. But it's more of an aggressive card, and I'm more of a defensive deck. Okay, now I'll take Windgrace Acolyte over Befuddle. The reason I say this is more of an aggressive card, even though it gains you 3 life, is because you generally prefer evasion in your aggressive decks, though it can be like a late game win con and stuff. And also, maybe I'll get some self-mill shenanigans. Befuddle's the sort of card that you'll play a copy of, but never be super stoked about it. Like, I can get a copy here and be fine. Sure, we'll pass Ether Glider. And it looks like we've kind of got our lane here. We're playing blue-black. At least that's what it looks like. And then, oh my gosh, never mind. We're playing green because we opened the best mythic in the set. Yeah, this card is incredible. Multani, just pretty much unbeatable. There's very limited answers that can deal with Multani. It's definitely worth audibling into a green deck to play Multani. I've done that many times. I've done that in like pack 3 before. This card is fantastic. You'll love to see it. Very fun card to play with. Not very fun to play against. So overall, questionable on whether the design is that insane. But it's a really good card, especially with this self-mill that I've been picking up. Because self-mill just draws me towards my Multani now. And this is exactly where we want to be. Just kind of a nice, insane mythic to cap things off. Great pickup. On Sarah's Wings is a nice win con if you can get some Cold Water Snappers. And then after that, like Thallid Omnivore. Yeah, if we might have sapped it, we're just going to take Multani. Really prioritize getting good green cards in this pack because we're not going to be seeing them in pack 3, I don't think. Familiar is fine in some spots, but we're just going to take Baloth Gorger, I think. There's also Blackblade Reforged. We have a few legendary creatures, but equipping this for 7 is just not something you can afford to do because if they like bounce that card, you're just in so much trouble. And we have 2 legendary creatures, so we're not going to be going in on that plan. I think Baloth Gorger is just a 4/4 that can hold the ground for me is what I need. I don't really need this flyer, even if it can make some of my cards cost less. Oh, the real Slin Voda. Let's go. There's also Merfolk Trickster, and there is Eviscerate, which I'm going to take. Just want to have some interaction. We're in an interesting spot. I think we're leaning towards playing black, green, splashing blue now. Our blue cards were already some of our weaker ones, and really just blue for Tatyova, but black-green is a good spot to be. And if we weren't taking this, we would probably just take the Deathbloom Thallid. Okay, and now we get a Windgrace Acolyte. Academy Drake is a better card, but we're trying to lean into this black-green deck. And just play it like this. Self-mill is also good with this Multani. Okay, and now we get a Thallid Omnivore. It's a great card in black-green. Black-green tends to have a Thallid sub-theme, and so this can be a really nice life gain engine and also just big threat, so happy to get that. Weight of Memory is a good card, but we're just going to try and play black-green now because Multani really is that good. Okay, so this pack doesn't have anything for us. We'll take the Cold Water Snapper just in case we want to splash it. It's between that and Clifftop Retreat just for like the 20 gems or whatever. Yeah, we'll gem draft. I don't think we need extra win cons. Perfect. I love seeing a Crows and Druid here. We don't have a lot of things to do early in the game, and also the gaining 10 life can be a real nice stabilization tool. We already have a couple of Acolytes. We don't need too many of those. And yeah, pretty happy getting this guy. Having 1 Crows and Druid is like a classic thing that you're pretty happy with. We'll just keep taking the gems. We will not need Cabal Evangel. I'd rather just play a land, honestly. Wow, late Thallid Omnivore. Dredge Sentinel was a card that looked like it would be better than it was, but it ended up not being very good. Thallid Omnivore, on the other hand, though, excellent card. Jousting Lance sometimes playable if you get enough Saprolings, which we don't have right now, but you never know. Maybe we'll find something. I'm going to take Navigator's Compass just because I'm not going to play these other cards, and maybe I'll get a Lich's Mastery. But yeah, so far, I mean, my deck needs some playables, but also, like, I can always just main deck a couple of these random cards. And I have Multani to carry me. Going to pack 3, a little bit sketchy, but we'll find a way. Okay, so Fungal Infestation is a pretty neat card here. Final Parting is pretty cool just because I have such a bomber in Multani, and in a certain spot I could even like fetch Multani, put it directly to the graveyard, and then shuffle something else up. Honestly, this pack is very interesting. Infestation might just be the pick as a cheap play. It's Baloth Gorger, which is also just rock solid. There's another Crozen Druid. I think I'm just gonna take the go for curve considerations and take the Crozen Druid. I think I just want fungal actually. This is tough. I'll take Crozen Druid. Ooh, nice pickup. The Mending of Dominaria. This is another good one. Ramps me, helps me find one Multani. Great pickup. It's between that and Mammoth Spider, but this is a pretty clear Mending. Well, we'll just keep taking the absurd rares for our deck. Not much to think about here. Easy pick over Vicious Offering. Okay, now we'll take Mammoth Spider. Soul Salvage isn't necessary when I already have this Multani to take over late games. But yeah, I don't have a lot of early drops. It is my weakness here. Sap Herd is a great pickup. Helps me stabilize the ground. I'll take Acolyte over Soothsayer. I don't have a ton of creatures. Actually, I do have a ton of creatures. But I also have a ton of 4-drops already. Maybe I'd rather have Soothsayer. Oh my gosh, we got the Lich's Mastery. Immediate regret on not taking man, I don't even know if we can play Lich's Mastery. We don't have enough life gain stuff. I guess this is kind of life gain. What the heck, let's do it. And now a Deathbloom Thallid. This deck is coming together. Man, I kind of wish we'd taken that extra Windgrace Acolyte now, because that's a good card with Lich's Mastery. Navigator's Compass is now a playable card. Wow, we wield Fungal Infection. Perfect, perfect. Really got there. We even got a Soul Salvage. Nice. Stronghold Confessor can sometimes be playable. We don't need 2 Soul Salvages. Wow. Gaia's Protector, late Fiery Intervention. Wow, last pick Windgrace Acolyte. We did it. This is kind of an absurd deck. I have like 6 rares. I've actually got the support for like my Lich's Mastery kind of. Holy heck, we're gonna probably play 18 lands here. Play 2 of those. 7, 7, 8 probably on that one. I have 2 of these plus a Navigator's Compass for this one Tachiova. Yeah. I don't really have an interest in the other cards. Lance isn't particularly good. Yeah, I think I just have to cut some of the clunkier cards. Like, Gaia's Protector was never a card I wanted to play. Soul Salvage honestly can go, I think, because I have these 2 Memorial to Follies. I'm going to play 18 lands here. Play 881. I'm going to cut the Soothsayers. It's a very slow card. So I've got 8 green, 8 black, 2 islands. Should be pretty good. I mean, I do have a lot of double green cards, so that's why I wanted to have 8 forests as well. And we're also very mana intensive. We have like helms and stuff like that. So yeah, this should be a cool deck, a fun experience, and I will see you folks in the matches. Before I get to the games, I want to give a huge shout out to all the patrons who support my content at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. If you've never seen Patreon, this is what it looks like. It is a crowdfunding site where individuals can support the creators that they enjoy the most directly via a monthly pledge. It is incredibly simple to set up. The rewards that you get for supporting are very transparent and easy to understand, and you can cancel at any time if your circumstances do change. There's tons of extra information on the Patreon page itself, so if you're interested, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/NicolaiBolas. I also want to give a special shout out to all of the patrons who support at the credits level. I really do appreciate it. Without further ado, though, let's get to the games. Welcome to round 1. On the draw, slow hand, but my deck is very slow in general, so we're going to keep this. Good sign. Swamp could indicate a slower deck as well. Ooh, nice. Could be a real slow one. That would be good. Okay, yeah. Playing Caligo Skinwitch in a matchup where you don't know how fast it's going to be can just be a mistake, because it would definitely have been better against me as a kicker card. Like, I'm not going to care about the tickling that it does. Oh, well. They had nothing to do there, I guess. They didn't want to discard a hand says. But yeah, it's only tickling my life total. I didn't finish that sentence. It made it sound like this was a cool little friend to the people or something. Okay, they could have syncopate, but I'm just going to run into it because I would rather they syncopate this than my mending of Dominaria. Ah, Vicious Offering. That's actually perfect for me because now my mending is going to have a creature to get back. This is a pretty easy win, I think. Hopefully they don't counter this. And I will return. This guy. Also, Windgrace Acolyte is a perfect card with Lich's Mastery because it gives you fuel in the graveyard, so you don't have to lose those damages or whatever. You have cards in the graveyard for fuel, so it's the perfect engine. Okay. I'll take the Skin Witch. Show them what's up. Actually, I'd rather play this so I can mill more lands to put back into play. I know that it's getting rid of some of my life gain that goes with my Lich's Mastery, but it's going to ramp me by 2 extra lands now. And I don't need Lich's Mastery to win this game. That was weird how the cards kind of extended over there. We will engage in this race. We are way ahead on it. Okay, they're befuddling. Sure. And if my Windgrace Acolyte dies, I get to get it back and then use my Lich's Mastery. And oh yeah, easy victory. My opponent didn't do anything, so that was a fairly straightforward victory, I would say. Overall, I think this deck is awesome. It's the perfect deck to run 18 lands because it's got kind of heavy color requirements, and it has 2 lands that can be used as spells in the late game. It's got recursion. It's got synergy. Kind of. It's got an absurd number of rares. We have an off chance of making multiple Multanis at once with Helm of the Hosts. This is a cool deck. I'm glad I decided to play this draft. Ooh, nice. We have our Navigator's Compass. Navigator's Compass is a classic card where when your opponent plays it, you know they either know what's going on or they don't know what's going on. We are going to wait on the Navigator's Compass for now. Because if I do draw Lich's Mastery, it becomes interesting on whether or not I want to cast it immediately. I do have a lot of 4-drops. You want to play Tatyova as a 6-drop a lot of the time, but I want to play this on turn 5, followed by Tatyova on the next turn. So we're going to play this now. Up my chances of drawing something. Because if I do draw a 4-drop, I'm going to want to play it, and I have a lot of 4-drops in the deck. Sure. Okay. Not much going on for me right now. I might have to play Windgrave's Acolyte. Yep. That's not good. It's a close decision on whether to block this or try to double block this next turn. Very tough, very tough. I think I try to hold off for the double block. Okay. This is 8 mana. I just need to survive until then. No! Hurtful, hurtful, very hurtful. Well, I'm in trouble. If I can survive 2 more turns, I can win this potentially. Because I'll be able to gain 10 life. Okay. Gosh, it's so close. I think I'm going to be able to win this game if I can just survive. Gaining 3 life is pretty nice here. And then I just have to draw a land. Okay. They deal 3 to me. So I would have lost if I played the Gorger. Okay. I died to run amok. Nope. We're still in it. We just need a land. Moment of truth. Oh, they have another radiating lightning? Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's how it goes sometimes. That's kind of absurd. Kind of absurd. That card is not very good. But I think part of it is I'm not used to the best of 1 meta, which I'm not that sad about. I'm gonna draft it the way I'm gonna draft it, but it is faster. So cards like Radiating Lightning do get better if you are playing more aggressive decks. But in the meta that I'm used to, where it's more pretty much best of three exclusively, you just don't have to worry about like aggressive starts as much. This is a good hand. We have a 5/5 on turn 4, or just play the 4/4, save this guy. Oh yes, this is good. Opponent knows what's up. Let's go. Hopefully we draw a land. Our deck is very mana hungry, as evidenced by the fact that the combined converted mana cost in our hand is 24, I think. 4, 8, 12, 16, 21, 24, yep. Every day of the week, I'll trade it. I did that trade not because I wanted to like trade those cards off, because my 3/3 should technically invalidate this card, but because if I don't draw a land, then I don't want to be taking damage. So yeah, like I would have probably had to make the trade this turn, and I just, yeah, I'm in such a good spot, like mana wise. Maybe they mulliganed or something, I don't know, but yep, okay. I just need to draw a land. Yikes. Just need a land. Any land will do. The blood tallow candle is really annoying. It's going to make double blocking really hard. They're going to kill that. Perfect, perfect. Everything is going according to my plan. Everything is going as I foresaw. That's why I saved this guy. Okay, they have a ton of mana. They have a memorial, so this guy's coming back if I do deal with it. I just need to hit a couple lands and my Multani will take over. There's a land. Okay, I've got a nice quadra block on the Untamed Kavu now. Okay. I am going to send the... I'm just going to preserve my life total. I don't take any damage. Huge. And that should be a game, hopefully. Multani just unbeatable. Wow, they gave him an animation. Let's go. Gotta be kidding me. You've got to... Oh, it has reach. Right. Haha. Still unbeatable. I'm 1 mana away from kicking this bad boy. Killing that Cloud Reader Sphinx. Ooh, 1 to the top. What could it be? I hope I draw a land. Let's go. And just like that, we shall fight thy Cloud Reader Sphinx. I have 2 great spells in my hand. I don't need to rush this. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Man, Allosaurus. Heck of a card, heck of a card. We're doing it. We're gonna do it! Oh my gosh, we're gonna have infinite Multanis. We're gonna have infinite Multanis. This is incredible. Oh my gosh, this is what everyone dreams of. When they sit down to a Dominaria draft, just having ultimate number of Multanis. Oh, yep, yep. Right, right. Oh, right, you get another Cloud Reader Sphinx. Nice, nice. Yes. There's no feeling better in all of Magic. Ah, yes. I'll take another Multani, thank you very much. Very kind of you. Very kind. And they concede. Let's go, though. We did it. Multani wield the helm. Let's go. That was awesome. I'm very excited. That's very nice. Such a happy time. Multani. He may look like he's wielding the staff, but he secretly has on a helm. The helm of the hosts. Oh, hello, Multani. Welcome back. It's so nice to see you with your best friend, the dinosaur. Oh my goodness, we're gonna do it again. We just have to survive until that point. Oh, another black-green deck. Oh, yes. Playing Llanowar Scout. They will be defenseless against my Multani. I'm really hoping they don't have like a nutty Llanowar Scout start. Ooh. They are getting them ramp on. They want to hit me for an extra 1. That's fair, that's fair. I understand completely, opponent. I would want to do the same if I were in your position. But luckily for us, it shouldn't matter. They can hit us for 1 as much as they want. This is why this card is bad, by the way, because when you don't have extra lands in your hand, it's a 2-mana 1/3. Or if you draw it in the middle stages of the game. We are going to play this guy now, because it trades with their Stronghold Confessor. Just minimize damage. Minimize, minimize, minimize. Buy time, buy time, buy time. Yes. Good. Do the trade. Make the trade. Oh, they have a backup. I understand now. It's all coming together in my head. Oh, we have the mana for Multani. Well. We're going to play this. Gain ourselves a little bit of life. Overall, looking good. Black-green doesn't really have exile in this set. There is an uncommon that exiles creatures, but the common just kills it so we could get it back. Opponent realizes how Menace works. We could be in trouble. Yes. It looks like they have a Helm of the Host. That is just manually casting the card a second time. Yep. And here is Multani. And each land in my graveyard. I forgot about that part. Nice. Not going to attack. We'll just double block this thing. Though I could probably just turn the corner. I'm just going to play extra defensive because Multani is the sort of card where, yep, you just don't want to get cheesed out by Chainer's Torment when you have Multani and Helm of the Host to copy it every turn. And now we can turn the corner. Yep. I don't blame them. Don't blame them one bit for that one. Hard to beat such quality cards. And you know, when you draft like a complete legend, as we clearly did by opening Multani, I mean, we did get past some good stuff. We got past the Allosaurus. We got past the Mending of Dominaria. I think we got past the Helm of the Host. No, we opened the Helm of the Host. We opened the Helm of the Host and we opened Multani. You know, it was incredible. And I'm not going to say that it wasn't incredible, because it was. And we'll leave it at that. This deck is awesome. We have lost. We can bleed. We are mortal, but the deck is awesome. And it's a lot of fun. And that's really all you can do, is have fun. That's the point of playing games. Have fun. Test your mettle against opponents. Oh, this hand is not good. But I'm going to keep it because it has lands and some spells. The compass has some uses in this deck. And we'll just hope that we can leverage this fungal infection. It kind of kills any 2 toughness creature that attacks you because you can trinket and then block it, which is nice. All for the hefty price of a single mana. And on the draw we have some tools. Power tools. I kid, of course. These are not power tools. These are probably the 3 weakest cards in my deck. Like, if I had to pick the weakest cards in my deck, I probably would have picked these 3. But we're going to keep it because that just means we can only draw good cards from here on out. And fungal infection can do some serious work. Like, if you ever nab something and get a 1-1, it's like, oh, GG. Oh, see what I said? When you already have all of your bad cards, all you can draw are good cards. Oh my gosh. Just devastating. Opponents won't know what hit them. Just get them good. Probably going to lead with this Confessor to bait out any counter magic. Got to be thinking one step ahead of the opponents. Oh, nice. Oh my gosh. I started with these 3 cards, then I proceeded in the next 4 draw steps to draw Allosaurus, Mending, and Multani. That is beautiful. Okay, hit me with your Syncopate, buddy. I'm ready. I'm ready for the Syncopate. I know you have it, and I know you're going to use it. Oh, you're going to regret that. Much regret shall be happening. Muchos regretas. This is a great card design, by the way. I love the flavor and the way the card works. We're going to play around. We're just going to get our guy down. Hold up fungal infection, I guess. Oh, opponent. We will not be casting Multani because we do not want them to get Multani. I'm going to discard Navigator's Compass. We're going to keep the pickings slim for them. Wow, what a draw. That's actually quite good. We're going to hold up this Memorial just in case they try to get something back with that. And, like, if they kill something. And we can, like, Memorial it back to our hand. Nice. No blocks. Cute. Maybe they have another Syncopate. And then maybe they don't. And the game is just over. No! Wow, luckily I can kill my own guy. Perfect. Well, isn't that convenient? We're going to get back the gain 10 life card. And then we will kick this and make them discard their last 2 cards. Ah. Effective. Soul Salvage. That's a real good one to knock out. Now we just take over. We are going to Allosaurus to... Oh. Can't be blocked by walls, but this has defenders. Not... Oh, it is a wall. Right, okay. Well, we have infinite mana now. That's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. And we are in good shape, I think. If they top deck something, it could end badly, but we are going to be gaining 10 life here soon. We can get Multani into play next turn as like a billion. They're going to draw another card. They're milling me. That makes very little sense to me. I guess they're trying to deck me, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. Wow. This should go over nicely. Oh, they milled me because they didn't want to deck themselves. Okay. Yeah. Getting low on the library size there. Oh. So they can put me to 10. We're just going to chill here for a second. Next turn we can eviscerate the Torgar and maybe start attacking them with our Multani. Ooh. We'll just clock them. And play another massive creature. Feels good to have 12 lands in play. I mean, they also have 12 lands in play. Let's just agree that it was a good game. Multani taking over. Multani may be my most, like the most joyful card I've ever played. Every time I play that card, I win, and it feels great. So, and I play it a lot. Considering it's a mythic, I think I've played it like every time I've seen it in a draft. So, a lot. Kudos to the person that beat this deck, by the way. Like, great work. Getting that aggression going. Oh, beautiful. I mean, we don't have an island, but we have other stuff. And we're on the draw. But we have a 3-drop, which is actually like our version of having a 2-drop because our deck is so slow. And then we draw that, which is great. 3-drop, 4-drop, 5-drop. Oh my gosh, no! That card is terrifying. That card is terrifying. I have never actually cast a Shanna Sisei's Legacy. I don't think. Maybe I've cast it once. But yeah. The card is scary. Get my 5/5 into play sure will help. Black mana. So now I'm thinking about whether or not if they just equip the Davenant Trapper and attack me if I'm going to block. Wow, they're playing this card in a deck that's splashing and hasn't played a black card yet. Interesting. I'll block that Trapper 100%. Come at me. Okay. Oh, wow, they actually are. That will shrink their Sisei a little bit, or Shanna, which is good. I need to clock them a little bit, maybe. This gives flying, vigilance, and lifelink, but if they do want to keep attacking, oh no. That's unfortunate. Yes! I was hoping that would happen. We have our Multani. We have our hero. Where have all the Multani's gone? I also milled both of my islands. Tatyova is a dead card now. But it's okay. This turn I'm going to Multani and play Helm. And I have enough chump blockers that it'll be okay. Preserve my life total. I could have played Deathbloom Thallid here. I want to get the Helm so that as soon as I play the Multani, there's the threat that it's coming. Also, I can just threaten it naturally. This thing is scary, though. I'm going to take it this time. Is where you just hope they don't have a removal spell. Yes, it's an 8/8. No! That is not good. That's not what I wanted to see. Gosh. Well, I'm glad I saved my chump blocks. My Tatyova is not looking great right now. I'm going to try and fungal infection my way to victory here. They're going to have to go for it. I'm going to kill their Sapperling. And then I'll be able to stabilize here. No! That's not ideal. Disaster. I'm treading water. It's not going well. Maybe I wasn't supposed to return the Multani. I was supposed to sack the Memorial to Folly and get back my other flyer. Oh my gosh, this is so brutal. Do I still have Eviscerate in my deck? Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'm just dead. Wrecked. I never found a way to deal with this, and they just kept having just enough creatures. They drew all the stuff they needed down the stretch, unfortunately for me. Yep. I'm just going to concede. Oh, that's so unfortunate. I thought I was going to win that game, and then they just played 2 creatures on a critical turn. Oh, man. If they hadn't top decked a creature, I would have won. Dang it. I was feeling like I had that one. The comeback victory. Not drawing my islands was also costly, because it could have churned me through my deck, maybe found me something else I needed. Also, they had that Invoke the Divine, which wasn't good for me. Dang it, I misplayed it too. If I'd gotten back the Windgrace Acolyte, maybe I could have done something. We're going to keep this. Oh well. Past is the past. I don't really beat myself up over losing best of 1 games when, like, random stuff like that happens. Like, they were literally playing, like, a random 3-color deck, and they played their green, white, gold card on turn 2 in, like, a deck that was playing Cabal Coffer thing. It was Cabal Stronghold or whatever. It was odd. Well, there goes Syncopate. I'm a little bit not surprised that they cast that. So, see if we can get going. This is actually okay for us. We will mill some cards. Look for creatures for our mending to get back. Okay, we have fungal infection next turn, which could maybe be useful. Well, that's not good. The only good thing about that is that now us not attacking doesn't look suspicious. They're still probably going to bounce our guy. Joke's on you, bud. What is happening? Holy heck, we are in trouble. Well, I guess we are going to lose. We tried our hardest. We fought our darndest. But sometimes you just don't draw removal spells because you don't have that many in your deck. And you just get clowned on. I mean, what is someone supposed to do against this? This is not going well. I can kill their Lyra and then hope to draw my Eviscerate for this guy. Oh my gosh. Stop. There's too many Journey Mages. Oh, maybe I can kill their Evra then. I have very slim chances here. Of course they have another creature. There go all my chances. Probably. Just unfortunate that they just had it all. Oh, if only I had fungal infection here. Wow. Oh, man. Tough. I did my best. I did the deck proud, I think. We got to put Helm of Hosts on Multani, and then we just lost to the classic Lyra Dawnbringer. It happens. Oh, man. The matches I lost felt kind of bad, but, you know, it never feels good to lose. And that's just the way hand smoothing algorithm goes. Sometimes they have faster starts. My deck is very slow and does not have the early defenses that would be ideal. But it does have some sick rares. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go off with Lich's Mastery, but we got to go off with Multani plenty. Got to cast the Mending of Dominaria quite a few times. Got to cast the Territorial Allosaurus. We had some good games. Helm of the Host did a little bit of stuff. Overall, a lot of fun with this draft. If you did make it all the way to the end of the video, remember to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. The like button is also known as the thumbs up. You can also comment below with your questions, thoughts, feedback. And if you made it all the way till the end of the video, to let me know you made it all the way, to leave hashtag Multani's everywhere, because there was Helm of the Host Multani action, and that is a very rare sight indeed. So hashtag hosting Multani, Helm of the Multani, come up with a creative pun or something like that, or just leave hashtag Multani's everywhere, because that was pretty awesome and one of my highlights for sure. Yeah, that is going to do it, though. If you would like to support my content, you can do so via Patreon. You can find links to all sorts of cool NicolaiBolas stuff in the description. Stuff like my Discord server, articles, and all that good stuff. Check out the description for that. And yeah, that's going to do it for this one. I had a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll talk to you next time.